Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Gators will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. At the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
You're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Finds his man down the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Good, solid tackle. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires and picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Timeout, Florida. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knees dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On second down, just keeps firing. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest. And you can tell, just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And now the ball is knocked free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that always stings for the offense. They are raring and ready to go. Got the chin strap buckled, ready to go try to get some points, ready to execute. Your guy puts it on the ground, deflation. You got to walk back to the sidelines. All right, defense, I need another stop.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Daniels. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He's looking to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to move it through the air. He fires a bullet to the right. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Coming after it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They run the reverse. just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can handle the football in many different ways, but I like this. Get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up, handling the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50 burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's going to pass. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Fires on the move. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll put the tight end in motion. Across the 25. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 4 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Tackle is made after the first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Trying to find his man on first down. Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Going for the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Livingston. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And that one's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gators want to move quickly.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the gun on third down. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense with the scoop and score. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more snap coming before halftime. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's got room. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is
Afterburners coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 31 over UNLV. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. caught in the backfield. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots, so you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. The Gators in the hurry-up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. He'll pull it down. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Offense trying to keep him off balance on 1st and 10.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gators will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider, Acorn.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Looking to go up top on first down. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll throw it on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Tuna. Here we go.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quick pass on the fly motion. Across the 15. All kinds of running room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term. You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 35, Florida 9.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Willett. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 18 to Coastal Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gator. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Here's the handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the
Wide open, he makes the catch. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside.
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Steps away. Looking down the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Gators are on the move.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
With the catch, it's Abrams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Abrams. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And first down for the offense.
Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pressure coming. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida!
Florida, number 21.
PAT unit on the field.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point.
Good. That makes the
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida 30.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. A little screen to the running back. Powers through the defender. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Gonna take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Dances away from the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's going up top here late in the game. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll try to do it himself. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Comes out throwing on first down. At the 45 on his way. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Gorilla. Timber.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.